I don't like the idea of breakfast. Waking up from sleep with instantly available food that you didn't have to hunt and kill. Breakfast breeds arrogance and laziness. I will not eat until work has been done. Instead, I start my day with hunger and memories. My path to the top wasn't a straight line. There's been bumps in the road, tears, blood. I sit and remember the worst times of my life, the pain and the heartache. Some mornings, if I really try, I can almost cry. I take all that anguish and pain, then add a little nicotine and caffeine to set my blood on fire, and I enter the world ready to win life or die while I'm trying. Angry men seize nations. I don't have time for Cheerios. The universe will pay me what she owes me, all of the money and power I deserve. I am owed superiority over other men. God owes me this, and he has given it to me, but I want more. I will use my bare hands to strangle space-time itself. I will squeeze success from the very fabric of the cosmos by force. Do you understand me? Andrew Tate, Instagram. To be perfectly honest, Andrew Tate is a man of my own heart. Like him, I have not watched Star Wars or Star Trek. I think the only Star content I've ever watched is Jeffree Star's ASMR videos. So Andrew Tate is a professional kickboxer turned online influencer and self-help guru whose target audience is mainly young men who want to make something of themselves in the social and sexual marketplace. He is a self-professed trillionaire, even though none exists, at least that we know of. Elon Musk is only, God forbid, poor thing, a billionaire. According to Lad Bible, Andrew Tate is worth $30 million US, but according to other social media outlets, he is worth roughly 250 million. So at this point, take your pick. He is also the founder of Hustlers University 2.0. I grew up broke and now I am a multi-millionaire. I teach the deserving the secrets to modern wealth creation. I guarantee if you follow our steps and don't get lazy, you will succeed. He also represents how there is always an audience out there for reactionaries. Nobody seems to know whether he is sincere or trolling, and this mystery keeps the intrigue above all else. And I guess since over the past few weeks Andrew Tate has sort of blown up online, it's made me think of the following question. Why are we so intrigued by the lives and deeds of the ultra rich, especially those that are online and are keen to let us know that they are just like us, except unlike us, they made it because they were driven, they were hardworking, they weren't lazy, and they acted in the moment. They didn't sit back and wait for rewards. They went out and hustled. They acted and decided to go out and buy Twitter in order to make it work the way that they wanted. They bought up nearly all the farmland in America because they know how to solve humanitarian crises and issues of the modern age. And I think this whole narrative of doing things in the moment, being actors rather than agents, doing things now, the time is now, is all related to this obsession that we have, which is with immediate gratification. And this is everywhere. It's nothing new. This isn't something that I have pondered over greatly. It is there, and you can see it blatantly. It's around language such as the time is now, no BS, start making money today. It's time to make changes. If they can, why do you think you can't? Immediate gratification is basically short-term solutions for long-term and interpersonal concerns. It is a staple of modern life, but it isn't a good one, especially because we are over-reliant on it. The thing is, we don't have to put a great deal of effort into getting those things that we want in our everyday lives, provided that we have the money to get them. And even if you don't have the money at hand, you have this phenomenal thing called credit. And I think immediate gratification is just a characteristic of just human life and experience. It isn't a bad thing in and of itself, but when it is inflated to hyper unrealistic standards and expectations, that's when things get a bit whoa. And looking at the things that Andrew Tate seems to embroil himself in, mainly with reference to the sexual marketplace, we can definitely see immediate gratification playing out within this sphere of life. Within the modern sexual marketplace, specifically in relation to online dating or modern love, we are constantly being told, firstly, that time is money. For example, going on a date or subscribing to a dating site. But we are also constantly being told that we have to make sure that we are making the right decision, because this is an investment. And this right decision also needs to be made within a small window of opportunity. Your looks are going to fade, your body is going to age and sag, your money-making potential is going to be snatched up by somebody else if you don't grab it. When the Andrew Tates of this world come with a seemingly viable formula and personal experience that immediate gratification works, time-pressured consumers of his message and content will inevitably lap it up for understandable reasons. Andrew Tate represents the centering of luxury values over core values, which even in modern societies is an abnormality, because when we look online, it may appear that luxury values, materialistic values, are prioritized over core values of family, of putting food on the table, of those values which are typically surrounded by long-term concerns and fears. Yet in the real world, it seems to be the case that people actually realize that money can only get you so far. Money can buy you happiness, but only up to a point. Among rich nations, the increase in happiness due to higher incomes tends to taper off. Economic growth has proved to help improve feelings of well-being in more developed societies and in emerging economies, but it doesn't rank nearly as high as what people prioritize when it comes to happiness. People still to this day prioritize non-material things, good health, the health and well-being of their children, their children's education. Safety from crime and owning their own house comes second to these concerns, and only then does a fulfilling job and career, as well as financial security in retirement, come into the picture. So I guess what this research from the Pew Institute shows is that our online presentations and fabrications, above all else, do not mirror real life concerns and expectations. However, the internet is very good at telling us what we want in the moment, and Andrew Tate is a perfect example of this. I mean, just look at the recent debate between Andrew Tate and Hussein Piker. They were debating on objective truth and whether it was an objective truth that women are better or worse drivers than men. This entire conversation was such a distortion of reality and of anybody's real experience in life. Neither party had evidence for their claims, neither was looking to actually come to some kind of reconciled understanding of the other's particular worldviews, and there were absolutely no woman involved in a conversation about their alleged proficiency or lack thereof when it comes to getting from A to B. Both men are multi-millionaires whose lives revolve around their brand, their sanctimony, and how well they are able to sell it. Their lives are an exception, an anomaly. They are not the norm. So why, for the life of me, do we, myself included, care so much about what these individuals have to say about our everyday life experiences, about the world, a world in which they are an absolute anomaly? Because I think we are fixated with the Andrew Tates of the world for the same reasons we are with the likes of Elizabeth Holmes, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jordan Peterson, the Kardashians. Their lives are outrageously beyond anything that we could imagine for ourselves. Yet it is their virtual accessibility which creates this illusion, an illusion for those who are more inclined to believe that their lifestyle, their money, and their means are accessible, that their lifestyle and personage is within reach. And some capitalize off of this, such as Andrew Tate with Hustlers University. Some seem to just accept it and stay out of the limelight. Oil barons in Texas. But all of it revolves around a particular distorting of reality, a blurring of the line between what is real life and what really and truly isn't. I don't know about you, but it does make me concerned for people who have grown up with nothing other than the internet as their guide. But I'd love to hear what you think. Those are just my initial thoughts about Andrew Tate and the virality that he is suddenly seemingly experiencing. How about you? Thank you so much for watching and listening to this kids clip, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.